Okay, let's get started.
Ghosts are real. That much I know.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see from the title, today's video in my all horror movies review series, I will be talking about Ghost Ship of 2002. Now, a few disclaimers. First, I know that I usually upload this on Wednesdays, but I changed the schedule this week because I released my Scream 6 review on Wednesday. So if you're interested in that, I already did it, leaving it right here. And also, there's a ghost ship film, but from 1952, and this is not related to it, so just in case. Now, as always, on my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want them, I am sorry, but I will not be doing a spoiler-free review of this one, so I apologize in advance. But saying all that, let's get into the video. Ghost Ship follows a salvage crew that discovers a long-lost 1962 passenger ship floating lifeless in a remote region of the Bering Sea, and soon notice that its long-dead inhabitants may still be on board. Now, the film opens in 1962 with an Italian ship called the MS Antonia Grassa, and we have the passengers there having a good time, they're dancing, and we even have Italian song as the background. Now, the scene mainly focuses in a young girl named Katie, that she is basically the only child in the cruise, and she is very bored until the captain of the ship asks her to dance. And while everyone is dancing, someone lifts a lever that ties a wire cord that snaps everyone in half. Everyone except Katie, because it passed right through her head. And this is the opening scene. Now, before I get into the full summary, I just want to say that this is, in my opinion, and by many, one of the best opening scenes in horror movies. And this is one of the reasons why I like this movie so much. 4 years later, we have a salvage crew that they are on a bar when suddenly a weather crew pilot approaches them and is telling them about the ship in the middle of the Bering Sea. Of course, we don't need to see the name to know which ship it is, and as a surprise, is indeed the ship that we saw at the beginning. They start exploring it, and the main character, Maureen, sees the ghost of the girl that we see at the beginning. And she starts to freak out. I mean, I'm not gonna blame her. And they keep exploring the ship, and they decide that they're going to take it out of the sea, since by the laws of the sea, it's technically them. They basically own the ship now and whatever is inside of the ship, and that includes the boxes with gold that they find on the ship. Now, after they found the gold and some supernatural events, the crew decides that they want to leave with the gold. But unfortunately, they can't, because somehow their actual ship explodes, leaving them in the middle of nowhere, being forced to fix the ship in order to get safe. All the supernatural events, the crew members start to die. One of them ends falling into an elevator shaft. Actual captain of the crew, he eventually encounters the captain of the cruise ship, and he explains to him that they found the gold in a cruise that was sinking with just one survivor. But that's all that we know. But the captain also dies, he drowns. Now, the protagonist, that is Maureen, she eventually encounters once again Katie, and this is when we see a flashback of what actually happened the night of 1962 that we saw at the beginning, and what happened with every single one at the cruise ship. Basically, after those first ones were killed, the other staff of the cruise is starting to kill other guests, and that included Katie. Unfortunately, she gets hanged in a closet. It's very sad, to say the least. But we see someone that is very familiar, and we understand very quickly who was the survivor and why. It turns out that the weather pilot, he was the one that was the survivor of the sinking cruise with the gold, and he is the master behind all this plan of killing everybody. And basically, it's revealed that he is a demonic spirit, and his work basically is to bring souls to hell. And of course, a cruise ship was the perfect opportunity because of how many people they were in it. But Katie is not able to be marked as one of those souls that will be dragged to hell because she's an innocent soul. So she's basically trapped with all of them. but at the same time, she will not be going to hell. Now, when Maureen realized this, and once she sees that the captain is dead, the remaining crew, that they have no idea because she doesn't tell them, forced to fix the cruise ship, but in reality, she's going to sink it because, of course, she doesn't want to go along with the plan. Unfortunately, the rest of the crew members, they also died by supernatural forces, but of course, we know who is now behind it. We have one last fight between these two characters. He dies, she survives. And basically, the film ends with her being rescued. She's been taken in an ambulance when she sees all her crew members passing to another cruise with the gold in their hands. And at the end is the weather pilot. And the film ends with them looking at each other. She's screaming and he basically going away. It's 1 hour and a half, so it won't take much of your time in case that you're interested in watching it now. Things that I like about this film. The opening scene, I think that it's very unexpected, it's gory, and for the time, I think that they did pretty well. And of course, you're not expecting such a happy moment to end like that. Like I said, it's considered by many, and myself included, one of the best opening scenes in horror. Now, besides that, I really like the flashback scene. Once again, it's brutal. These are basically the only moments in the film that we had a decent amount of blood and like action, we will call it, because by the rest of the film, it's very flat and it's very sad because you have such a good beginning and you go downhill. It picks up a little bit with the flashback, but that's it. And the ending. I really like the ending because he won. At the end of the day, he got what he wanted and he will keep doing it. So I really like the ending rather than having the happy ending. This is one of those situations where I prefer this one than the happy ending. Things I dislike. I think that they wasted such a good opening, and also the cast. It's an ensemble cast. We have very good actors that basically they did what they could, and it's sad. Honestly, it's sad, but I really enjoyed this movie. And why? First, like I said, the opening scene, and also this is one of the films that I saw a lot when I was little, so it brings a lot of memories to me. I got the chance to rewatch this one since it's available on HBO Max in case that you are interested. And as I was watching, I was like, yeah, this is awful, but I can still watch it because it's a film that I watched so much when I was little that I don't really mind rewatching it, although I can do admit that the film is trash. I will give this film a 1.5 out of 5 and a 4 out of 10. Like, this film is bad. But the opening scene is worth it, so you can go to HBO Max and watch it just for the sake of the opening, and I think that is worth it. And like I said, it's 1 hour and a half. It's not going to take much of your time, although you may regret it, but I still like it very much. But well, I think that this has been all. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you have ever watched this one. What do you thought about it? For me, like I said, this is one of the best opening scenes in horror, next to, of course, Scream. And like I said, I already did my review on Scream 6, and that opening scene was also, chef kisses. But well, this has been all for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye.
It's real. That much I know.